What's up, y'all? I want to say salute to Mr. Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh. This gentleman has gone viral as of late for his question to the trans community or trans men. And that question is, how do you define a woman? Define a woman. And unfortunately, they cannot answer that question fully. It's like they have to tap dance around it or try to come up with their definition or their perspective or their opinion about what a woman is or why they would identify as a woman. But Matt Walsh, he's definitely on point, and he is definitely challenging people to think, and it's really, really enraging a lot of people, a lot of trans men, and some women too, who support the agenda. Because Matt Walsh, he's not someone who hates transgender men. He's not someone who tries to belittle them, tear them down or anything like that. But the fact that he's stepped up to the plate and he has challenged these trans men to just think about what they say and think about the agendas that they push to determine if they're living in a reality or a fantasy. Now, unfortunately, a lot of women have supported and have become allies with trans men. In my opinion, I think the main reason for that is because a lot of women have grown a hate and an envy towards men, masculine men, heterosexual men, men who identify as men. It's as if they have this grudge and they want to be in competition with men, or to try to push themselves over men and say women are the prize, women are this and that, and men aren't nothing. Men are worthless. Men don't have any value. And we actually praise trans men and we uplift trans men over real men. But this is the karma that we are seeing now with women, because now women, they now realize that trans men are turning on them, and because real natural women have encouraged trans men to believe that they are women, and because these natural women have made these trans men, or have at least told them that yes, you are a woman, you identify as that. We got you, girl. Boo boo. Now, it's like as if the natural women are starting to get wiped out by the trans men. And when I say wiped out, I mean as far as the identity of a natural woman is not even at the wild. Sooner or later, if things keep going the way it's going, natural women won't even be identified as a real woman. They're going to put a new title on natural women who can have babies, who can give birth, who has a cycle every month, who gets a period every month, who has to deal with certain pains and certain things that a man's body would never deal with. And you would think as much things that women deal with internally and emotionally and mentally / psychologically, you would think they wouldn't dare tell another man, no matter if he's a trans man, if he wants to identify as a woman or not, you would think that they wouldn't dare tell a man who was born with a penis that he is a woman and that he is in the same boat, in the same position as a natural woman. So because of all of this hate, resentment, anger, and envy towards men, heterosexual men, women have become allies with these confused men and now have deceived and brainwashed these trans men into thinking that they are really women. And you cannot tell them that they are not women. Even though, thanks to Mr. Matt Walsh, he helped debunk that and helped bring them to reality, to make them realize, like, no, I am not a woman. I can't have a baby. I cannot get pregnant. I don't get periods every month. My body does not go through all of the different changes and ups and downs that a woman does. And then now, these trans men, they want to play victim and they want to act like, oh no, you're trying to create folly out of this, and you're just trying to change the narrative. Well, the narrative does need to be changed, because there's too many lies being told. There's too many people living a lie. A woman made a video. It went viral. She was a sister, and she said that, to all you trans men out there, I don't care what you claim to identify. If you want to identify as a she or her, that's fine. I will respect you as such. But what you're not going to do is just treat me like I'm just a baby maker or a breastfeeder, all this stuff, and try to act like I'm not an actual real woman. And then the last thing she was saying was, that's what we get for becoming allies with y'all. Now y'all all trying to wipe us out. Yeah. So, women, keep the same energy, because it's obvious that y'all would much rather go against the grain, go against the almighty creator or creators and the natural order of life, which is male and female, not trans, or not a fake male and a fake female, even though even though this particular man wants to identify as a woman and this particular woman wants to identify as a man. Keep the same energy, ladies, because this is what I ultimately blame women, because women have been the ones that have been supporting it. Women have been the main ones who have been encouraging these men not to get help, not to get psychological help. But no, they have been encouraging these men to embrace themselves. And these women have embraced them in their mental illness. They've encouraged them to identify as something that they are actually not. That is the choice. It's a man's choice if he wants to be a woman or if he wants to identify as a woman. But when you are going as far as trying to push an agenda, and you're encouraging these men, and you support the agenda of trying to turn out little children, trying to destroy the innocence of little children. If a little baby is born a little girl should not be in elementary school learning about this trans stuff, to where this child by 4th or 5th grade now wants to identify as a boy instead, or vice versa. This is insanity, man. It's like nobody wants to live in truth no more. Everybody wants to create a cult of lies. And y'all's big cults will protect y'all's lies. Y'all have built a world of lies around y'all. And us who are still living a natural life, and those of us who have accepted the truth about us, we're just looking at y'all. We observing y'all, and we like, woo, we must be in the last days. Sodom and Gomorrah, because there's no possible way that this world could thrive and still continue on when we got this type of stuff going on this planet. So basically, that I'm convinced that a big part of the population control, not including the jabs and processed foods and this abortion situation that's going on. Another form of population control has been using the trans people, or the people that belong to the community, whether you male or female, the ones that are not reproducing. They are encouraging them and using them to encourage other little children to not identify as the gender that they are. So we cannot continue to procreate on this planet. And so that the population on this planet will decrease and decline at an all-time high, to where, who knows, by 2050, who knows what the population, the estimated population on this planet will be, because of what's going on. They don't want our children to still be fruitful and multiply. They want our children to identify as something that they are not, and to become part of a sick community that needs help. There's a lot of pedophilia going on. There's a whole lot of diseases being spread. AIDS is still existent because of this community. But thank you, Mr. Matt Walsh, for speaking the truth. And you're not speaking the truth disrespectfully. You're not tearing people down, but you're not going to sugarcoat the truth, and you're not going to show remorse for, or you're not going to be all extra sensitive to people's insanity and their feelings. You're going to just tell it the way it is. The truth does not care about nobody's feelings. The truth is what the truth is. If you don't like it, peace out. But we're not going to keep having y'all people in this community trying to force y'all's identity on people, and then when people don't want to accept it, y'all want to start shooting shit up and start going crazy. Fuck out of here.